Tom, this feels like a significant development tonight. What's happening?
Well, if I was Meghan, I'd be undoubtedly very worried tonight. What the judge decided was that Samantha Markle's action for libel, defamation against Meghan, she's, of course, the half-sister of Meghan, has got to go to depositions. The judge did not say the case will be thrown out, only that some of the questions may be withdrawn. But what that really means is that Meghan is going to have to answer all Samantha's questions from her lawyers, whether she lied about Samantha, about Thomas Markle, in her notorious interview with Oprah Winfrey. So that's a major breakthrough for Samantha Markle, for Thomas Markle, and for the truth.
So what is Samantha trying to get out of this case? Is she trying to prove that Meghan lied about her upbringing?
Well, what the essence of it is that in the interview with Oprah, Meghan claimed that she never even knew Samantha and that she was brought up as a single child, and that Samantha...
Which your book debunks.
And which we know from Thomas Markle is totally untrue. But what she also claims is that Samantha only called herself Markle when Meghan was engaged to Harry, which Samantha says is a total lie. Interestingly, Samantha also says that Meghan's story about having a Ford Explorer where she could only get in through the boot was also untrue. She goes through a whole load of Meghan's lies. So by July, that is what the judge has said, these depositions, this cross-examination of Meghan will take place for the trial to start in October. So Meghan really has a problem because until today, her lawyers have been saying this is so ridiculous, we refuse to even engage with Samantha Markle. They stonewalled. Now, at the moment, they were going to be forced to.
So, I mean, this is a huge development, Tom, because we saw in the case against a British newspaper that Meghan can be tripped up by her lies. Because remember, she said, oh, I had nothing to do with that odd little bloke, Omid Scobie, and his terrible hagiography, Finding Freedom. And then she had to say, oh sorry, Judge, actually, I did know about it, and I did allow my communications officials working at the palace to be involved. So she has a track record of being tripped.
Well, and she's not going to find in America the same sort of appalling judges as she has helped her here. Where the judge said about her outright lie, it was an unfortunate lapse of memory. Yeah. You know, the judges in America aren't so supine, and she's going to find it very tough. And that's going to be very interesting. I mean, her whole attitude, ever since Harry's book was published, has been fascinating. Her disappearance from view, her silence since last year.
What do you think's going on?
Well, I think she's building up to something very big. There's a very interesting story earlier this week that she was seen having a series of lunches with Gordon Getty, the 89-year-old billionaire oil man at the Beverly Hills Hotel. People are wondering what's all that about. Well, clearly she wants money to build her coffers for various things. But, you know, Meghan is a shrewd operator. What happened today in the court is going to upset her plans, but she's defiant. She's determined, in my view, to build a career in America, a political career, and much more. And her lies possibly will now trip her up.
But, Tom, aren't things turning quite toxic for her in the US? I mean, we saw last week Oprah Winfrey's sort of unofficial 69th birthday, attended by the Hollywood glitterati, and Meghan a very noticeable absence. And just like with the Obamas, there's speculation, at the very least, that some of these Hollywood friends are very concerned about the way that Meghan and Harry can't keep their mouths shut and have been sharing private conversations.
Well, I think there's that angle that they have been worried. But Oprah, after all, was severely damaged by her interview. Her status for having allowed Meghan utter one lie after another, not challenging her as a fearsome interviewer, crashed after that interview.
Because she became a propagandist, didn't she?
Absolutely, and an accomplice to her lies. But also I think that they don't want to have someone who is going to detract attention, which is the very reason why Harry shouldn't be invited to the coronation.